may be the moment that all of you have been waiting for. This time, it's Subnautica. I'm going to be starting a new game. And I'm going to show you just how well I do on hardcore mode. Now the game is going to take a while to load, but thankfully the intro point where you put out the fire in your life pod is now optional. I'll be back when it loads up. Away we go. That's weird. I thought it was optional. I thought this cutscene was optional. Whoa! Jesus Christ. Okay, this is absolutely fucked up. I seriously think the devs are fucking with us. So what have we got to do? We've just got to pick up the fire extinguisher and use the right mouse button. There we go. That was easy. Altera is the empire or company that you belong to when you are as the protagonist of this game. As you can see, you keep the fire extinguisher and all its fuel, which is really handy. And oops, tab to get out of here. So you can see that we have 2 nutrient blocks available and 2 filtered water, which you really don't actually need, especially since you can get disinfected water early on. And just look how diverse the life is. It is far more diverse than in Fortress Craft Evolved. You can actually, just like with the with Fortress Craft Evolved, okay, as I was saying, with Fortress Craft Evolved, just as you can also discover the creatures here by simply picking them up. And just look how, oh dear, it looks like I have simply, I made this little rock sink somewhat. There we go, that's better. Now it's floating again, I think. I'll pick up a floater from this one instead. And you can stop carrying literally anything in your primary hand just by selecting an empty slot, or you can simply select the same slot that you are currently selected. So what we need to do first, we need to find the resources to make a high capacity tank, which, whoa, that was fucked. And we're going to need a scanner early on because we found some debris in the region close to our life pod. So there's a spadefish, and as you can see, because I'm on hardcore mode, I only have 1 life, so survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible. Short-range scans suggest that this virus supports extensive biodiversity. Hurry up, 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 hurry up. Woo! This is precisely why we need the high capacity tank early on. We could sure cook up some of the fish that we caught and eat. Because we do have to eat and drink in this game too, unlike in Fortress Craft Evolved where food is a non-issue. I don't know how they do it, how the suit sustains the player in Fortress Craft Evolved. That's just a bit of artistic license there, I suppose. Just like the artistic license I've been taking with the buildings I've been drawing on DeviantArt. You can easily find me, but I need there, but I'll put my gallery as a link down below anyways, for those of you who are new. Okay, I'll admit that sounds a bit scary, but that's nothing to be afraid of at the moment. So what have we now? We still need, this is what I've been looking for, some scrap metal. We can process that for titanium. Now, titanium is actually extremely common in this game, whereas it is rare in Fortress, because the titanium in the metal is in the metal salvage that has been blown off of the destroyed Aurora. I actually walked a dog named Aurora once, and she was even naughtier than her son Bailey. The fucker even barked at another dog as I walked her by. I actually had to try extra hard to make her behave. So, that is just enough for us to heal. So while you can heal automatically in this game as you can with Fortress Craft Evolved, you actually need to be satiated to do so, whereas in Fortress Craft Evolved, all you need is a bit of suit power, as you saw. And also, it is extra annoying that in Fortress Craft Evolved, worms can pop up where you would least expect them. You can head down a hole you yourself have dug with no soft resin around it, and before you know it, you're worm food. So how are we going to get our scanner, which we'll definitely need to make to pick up these pieces of tech? Well, we need the battery for one thing, but we're also going to need... Well, I know the processing unit chip will be needed for the builder, but it's been a while since I played Subnautica, sorry. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of research into all that. So I'm picking up some more metal salvage here, and I'm going in for... Hey, what's this? Of course, these creepvine forests are good sources of silicon. Silicone rubber? Why is this? These seeds here provide all the silicon you need. It's not the same thing as silicone. I don't know if you got the joke. I don't think I found it that funny myself. So we're going back to the knife pod, and we're going to make ourselves a knife straight off the bat. We're also going to make for ourselves a high capacity tank. And you can actually make a modification station that will give you an even higher capacity of oxygen tank. Unlike in Fortress Craft Evolved. And then we have one extra. We have one extra silicon rubber. Here it is in tools. We'll make a survival knife that will use one of our rubber. And we'll make a scanner. Yes. We just needed a battery and titanium, and we'll need a wiring kit and a processing unit in order to make the builder, which you can actually also do early on. We're going to cook up the stage, eat it, and that's going to satiate us over 100%, and allow us to heal faster. Now, what have we forgotten? Oh, that's right, the tank needs glass. We scan ourselves.
Scan complete. Vital signs normal. continuing to monitor.
In the German version, which I've been playing a lot, it instead reads gesund, which means healthy. I might actually do a German playthrough as well as an English one. Holy shit. Those things are called stalkers. For what other reason than... There we go, we just scanned the life form.
Life on this planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes.
There we go. What we really should be using this scanner for is to pick up all the tech that has been thrown clear of the aurora. Hello, we've got some salt here. We can actually pick up some coral to make the bleach that we need for disinfected water. And there's a sea glide fragment. Okay. Are you getting scared? Because I'm not really that much afraid of all that shit going on. They do recommend that you scan life forms before grabbing them, but it's optional, thankfully enough. I may at times fall silent when I hear the computerized voice speaking, it's just so you can hear. What's going on down here? Yes. Of course, scanning these is completely optional, as I just said, but yeah, getting a lot of fun, having a bit too much fun wielding that knife, yeah. But in real life, I hope that we all know better than to play with knives. I know I do. So what are we going down here for? We're looking for, this is the quartz we need, and I think we only need one glass to actually make our high capacity tank, but I could be wrong, which I hope I am not, because I would hate to come back down there and collect more quartz. Just for that, it's just going to be more work done. Of course, we'll need to collect some table coral, or tube coral rather, because that will be where we get the catalyst we need to make the salt into sodium hypochlorite. So we let out our glass, and we process our scrap metal, and we have more than enough of that to make. Oh, so we only needed a standard. So it's a standard tank that we use, and that gives us the blueprint of a high capacity tank. I don't know where that came from. Oh, got molecule food. Okay. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and think that we're gonna need more lubricant in the future. We may need more silicone rubber. We will definitely need a titanium ingot in the future to make our sea moth. So that's preemptive for the sea moth. You can always check your blueprints here. Ingredients unknown. Okay? So the high capacity oxygen tank, I don't think it can be made with the fabricator. You do need the modification station for this. You do need 4 titanium, you need 2 glass, and you need a silver ore, which is quite a lot when you think about it again, but whatever. So going back to the inventory, we'll need as many of those coral tubes as we have salt in order to make our bleach, and from that we can make our disinfected water. What do you know? There's more quartz here. We'll collect some of that as well. titanium. Quartz is useful not only for making glass, but also for making the solar panels that you'll need to power your first bases. But as you go deeper, solar panels will be less effective, and you'll need to start powering your bases somehow else, such as with biomass or with nuclear fuel. In fact, there is bound to be uranium in any map you start up, because all of the biomes that exist in this game will occur at least once. But some biomes you will definitely have to be careful in, like the biome where the Leviathan lives. You can safely descend unassisted down to about 100 meters before you start using more oxygen. And the sea moth can go down to 200 meters before it starts to take damage. Luckily, the modifications can allow you to go deeper, which is super cool and just awesome in general. So I'm going to go back down there and I'm going to scan that tech here. And tell me, now that Ramadan is finally over, did any of you guys partake in the fast? What other aspects of Ramadan did you observe? I'm not a strict Muslim, so I saw no need to. Okay, so that was a scanner room. Got to be careful, because I think that I saw a stalker. Yes, I certainly did see one there. And there's some sandstone, which will give us silver, gold, and lead. The lead we will need to build our bases. The foundations, that is. And in order to make other reinforcements, we will need plasteel, which is an alloy of titanium and lithium. For some reason, there is even more artistic license here than in Fortress Craft Evolved. The builder will even rearrange a basic build, as will the fabricator, to make the alloys and shit. Too close for comfort to the stalker we were this time. So we got ourselves our silver, and we got our gold, and we also have salt, which just balances out our tube coal. So we're going to go back to the pod again, and we're going to make more of these deposits. And the more bases you build, the more points you have to refuel and recuperate and make up your supplies. So as you build more bases, you have a bigger network around which you can conduct your operations, which is pretty cool. Or in real life, I'm stuck with just one easy house to use as a base of operations. And no infrastructures that I personally have a part in, but I'm aiming to change that anytime soon. So making up our glass and our bleach, and I'll make our disinfected water, and each bleach seems to actually come up with 2, which is just enough that we can satiate our water, and we can fully heal. So going back down there, we're going to make, okay, so we're going to scan the blue palm, and the more we scan, apparently the better we will be able to complete the game. Wow, that is a lot of coral, a table coral. Now that just happens to be enough to make to make 2 central processing units. And I think we're going to, we can always check, we don't have to check the fabricator, but can check our blueprints on our PGA. Let's see, the habitat builder, it takes a CPU indeed, but the chip itself, it needs copper wire. So we've got to go back down there to get some copper. We'll make that in a wire. In German it is called Kupferdraht. Draft apparently means wire. And German is indeed a synthetic language that makes heavy use of compounds. But the compounds are not why it's synthetic, it's the fusional morphology. For example, the verb kaufen, which means to purchase. Ich kaufe, du kaufst, er kauft, sie ist kauft, wir kaufen, ihr kauft, sie kaufen. Whoa! And setzen, to sit. Ich setze, du setzt, er, sie, ist setzt, wir setzen, ihr setzt, sie setzen. It's pretty simple when you think about it. But at least in German you don't have to decline anything other than the name of Jesus. Whereas in Polish, there's a lot of declension and it's a real troublemaker. The better part of German is that in the past tense all of the conjugations are the same. Okay, let's see what's going on over here. We do want to stay away from those biters a good portion of the time, and okay, doesn't look to be anything here. Oh yeah, there's that beacon fragment, that's right. And a gravitational trap. Oh. Seems to be nothing else here. Next we want to collect some creepvine because we can weave that into a synthetic fabric, and we're going to need that to make our radiation suit, which will need to fix the Aurora drive core when it inevitably blows. They call it a quantum detonation in this game for some reason. I will be uploading 1 day at a time in order to keep things simple. 1 day will be 1 episode. So this episode will end just before sunrise, or as soon as I notice sunrise. Already the creepvine is starting to become old, and as it ages, it is worth less and can even be detrimental. At some point, it's been written into the game's lore that an outbreak's going to occur. So that unfortunately gives us 1 fiber mesh alone. We need 2 creepvine for each. I'm going to keep the keep the quartz crystal so that we can make the solar panels. We already have a scanner. I want to save the battery for the habitat builder. We just need some copper wire, and we need 1 more copper to make it. So we're going to go back down there and look for some more copper again. So they are likely in the limestone. You just heard about the sulfur deposits. Then that's a surefire sign of crashfish presence. And the crashfish are dangerous. They will explode on contact with anything that intrudes on their domain. Little corals that they nest in. They contain the sulfur deposits that the crashfish have probably been synthesizing into a form of gunpowder that they use to explode on contact. In short, crashfish are the kamikazes of this planet. Yes, kamikaze Buddhism. The Japanese word kamikaze actually means gods of wind, and that is nowhere near what they call their suicide pilots. So I'm going to make up our copper wire, and we're going to make up the processing unit. Okay, we actually need to take off our high capacity tank just to make we'll take off our standard tank to make our high capacity tank, which I will do right then and there. And here we go. Unfortunately, this means we will need to find 2 more silver to make the wiring kit. 2 silver. Can you believe that? Actually. Bloody hell. This is exactly what I warned you about earlier. The quantum degradation on the Aurora's drive core will lead to a quantum detonation. In short, the whole thing is going to blow, and when it does, it's going to be bad. What we'll need is a repair tool, which we're going to need sulfur for. We're also going to need a sea glide to get there and back quickly, and we'll probably need to take more of our own fire extinguishers, especially to fight all the fires on board. I think you unlock an achievement for doing so. Isn't there an achievement in the list there, where if you extinguish all the fires aboard the Aurora, you earn it? It is also to be noted that you need to stay away from the Aurora during the early game in order to avoid radiation damage. That thing there, you know not to approach it without a radiation suit. And you know to collect 2 lead before it blows. So this, I think, is what we've been looking for. That will give us the filtered water.
May have unexpected applications. Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy.
Yes. In short, be resourceful and live. So, trudging through the creekvine forest here, we don't find much of note. We go deeper in order to look for the limestone. Hello, little brain coral. That's going to give us some extra air, allowing us to stay under the water for longer. I'm going to scan it for the heck of it. We'll scan the metal salvage as well, because why not? And we're looking for silver. Silver may be in shorter supply than gold, and especially this is the case in real life, so who knows? We just need 1 more silver, and we can make the wiring kit that we'll need to make the base builder, or habitat builder rather. Now that we have enough silver, we can go back there, but I'm going to look for some more copper, or on the other hand, or surface, because we're running out of air. I think that there is some alternate tech nearby. We could surely use it. So coming up onto the surface there, we needed that. Okay, what's in that box? The mobile vehicle bay. Definitely be needing that. Night's falling, we're getting more salt, more metal salvage. There's a creature egg. That's probably going to be a stalker. I would be surprised if it was a sand shark. Now this is a wide open ocean biome, and the sand sharks are the bulk of the creatures in the open ocean.
The record scans show a nearby cave entrance, 90 meters, leading to an unknown environmental biome.
This is definitely a good sign, and we found some more Alteratech here. But at the moment it seems to be... might have to go back, and we're getting to the point where we're going to need to refuel back at the pod, which is not far off, less than a kilometre away. It's starting to come sunset. So what's down in the cave? I'm pretty sure that there are some base modules down there, and we could surely use those. But for now, we are stuck near the surface. So, wait a minute. I think we already have... No? That was the last fragment we needed to get the scanner, unlock it. What else is here? Hello, there is another life pod. What the fucking... Usually if you don't bother the natives, they won't bother you. Some of them are really hostile and will indeed attack you on sight. What have we got here? These are extremely dangerous. You can't come into contact with them for long, as the neurotoxin will eventually kill you. We'll use up another disinfected water, and we are definitely going to need to find some more food. Stopping an advance forward just so I can surface faster. And as luck would have it, it's night, so this episode is almost about... not long before it's got to end. And we still don't have the Sea Glide blueprint. We just need one more fragment though. We need 2 more fragments for the mobile vehicle bay, 1 more for the beacon for the grab trap, and 2 more for the sea moth itself. And the scanner room processing unit needs magnetite as well as an ordinary processing unit. In my mind, processing units are actually very simple to make. They are nowhere near as complex as programs like the way things work would have you believe. Because all computers really do is math. They add, they subtract, they compare, they shift bits, they do Boolean algebra, and that's literally all. What's happening here? Why is it smoking from outside unless... Oh yeah, that's right. We've still yet to repair the thing. Okay, so wiring kit. Yeah, this is an electrical fire hazard. We don't need a first aid kit just yet. We could recommend it at this point because we wouldn't have the resources to make our radiation suit just yet. Here it is. Let's use up the bladderfish, cook it, and just before this episode ends, we're gonna I'm gonna go look for some crash fish. And I think that the Vox said it was somewhere around this cave system. Now I really should be using a torch. And it was in this direction, I am almost certain. What the hell? So, the crash fish is definitely around here. We've already come into contact with an alien bacterial infection, so that's definitely not good. Oh, look at that moonshine! And I don't mean the whiskey moonshine, but one of the planets. Yeah, so this is an alien planet with 2 moons. And the planet appears to be a super Earth, because why else would such a big moon be in orbit of the planet itself? And I think that it is in excess of even Ganymede's size, that moon. Super weird when you think about it.
A common complication for cave divers is massive overextension, followed by eventual asphyxiation.
In other words, we've got to be... Oh, it's sunrise, so I think that's all we have time for today. So, I'll bid you good day.